Hey everyone, it's Lance from Christianity Minute. This video is going to be a little bit different today. I first want to thank any returning viewers and apologize in advance, but I just can't be as enthusiastic about today's video topic. If you're new here, please check out my other videos. I typically try to pull thoughts and ideas from the Bible and apply them to our everyday lives, and I try to be as upbeat and positive and enthusiastic as possible. But I have to admit of being a little bit downtrodden today. Every time the topic of abortion comes up, all of the ugliness of every side surges forward, and there's a question of what is a Christian. I'll put a link in the video description of a CNN news article regarding a recent New York statute law that preserves abortion access, even if Roe v. Wade were to be overturned at the Supreme Court. It removes abortion from the state's criminal code and allows medical professionals who are not doctors to perform this procedure. Abortion has been an issue for a long time, especially in this country. And it's one that really should be on the minds of Christians everywhere. The Bible is silent on this issue because, well, quite frankly, it wasn't an issue in biblical times. Here's the only things we can pull from the Bible, and this is a smattering of them. Genesis chapter 25, verse 23, "And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples from within you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other. The older shall serve the younger." Here we see God already having plans for these children. Not only does he establish them as people, but as parents of nations. Of course, we're referring to Jacob and Esau. In Judges chapter 13 and verse 7, he says, "But he said to me, Behold, you shall conceive and bear a son. So then drink no wine, no strong drink, and eat nothing unclean, for the child shall be a Nazirite to God from the womb to the day of his death." Here we're reading of a judge named Samson. It's important to note that not only was he to have status and distinction before his birth, he was even chosen before conception. His personhood and his humanity was his before birth. Job chapter 31 and verse 15. "Did not he who made me in the womb make him? And did not one fashion us in the womb?" Also look to Psalms chapter 139 and verse 13. "For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb." God makes us in the womb. He develops us. He perfects us as we are to be, according to this verse. We understand the process better now, but the thought of creating life happens in the womb, not upon birth. Psalms chapter 17, verse 14, "From men by your hand, O Lord, from men of the world whose portion is in this life. You fill their womb with treasure. They are satisfied with children, and they leave their abundance to their infants." The child in the womb is a treasure, not something to be discarded or to thrown away, not something to be not wanted. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 5, "As you do not know the way the Spirit comes to the bones of the womb of a woman with child, you do not know the work of God who makes everything." The spirit of a child is with the child in the womb of its mother, and the mother is with child. The child Jesus was named before birth, John, the consciousness leaping in the womb. Check out our daily devotionals in the next couple of weeks for more on that story from Luke chapter 1. I could go on all day, verse after verse after verse. But I'll be honest with you, I'm a scientist at heart. I love science, partially because it really does prove God over and over again when it's not being perverted by man-made, non-provable constructs and theories that change and evolve as time goes on. Science is the study of nature and the natural universe in an effort to understand the creation of God. So let's talk about DNA. It's the blueprints that make up the pattern of who we are. Every bit of DNA is unique for every creature that has ever lived on this earth. It makes up our gender, our eye color, determines our height, some behavioral traits. No two humans are the same unless they're identical twins. The mother and her unborn child do not share DNA. So, on that level, it has to be a separate entity. Well, let's talk about the woman's body. The body was hers, and she chose to have sex with a man and created the child. The choice was already made to take that risk. Even using protection, well, let's face it, there's never a 100% protection. Let's talk about when life happens. Why is it that a child isn't alive until birth, or 24 weeks? Or how about 12 weeks, or 8 weeks? If life doesn't happen when something unique from the mother is created at conception, what's the mark? A heartbeat? Why then? Why can't we see that to say that life begins at X mark is arbitrary? Why can't we see that it's just a construct to justify something? Boiling it down, it comes down to godliness and responsibility. Abortion says that it's okay to have sex and become pregnant. We can make the baby go away. Abortion says that it's okay to devalue life and to end a pregnancy without any consequences. Abortion says that it's okay to end a life as long as it's not labeled as murder. The idea of taking an unborn child and ending its life while still in the womb is truly shocking to me. Even after having grown up with its legal status, just the thought of aborting a child, it sickens me. Now that I have one of my own, it takes on a whole new level. Christians, I urge you to pray. Prayer is a powerful tool. Don't pray for the children already gone. They are alive and well and will never know the suffering or pain of sin. Pray for the children who are in danger. Pray for the women who are thinking of ending the life of another. Pray for the women who believe that a child is just a part of them that could be removed and discarded. Pray for the women who are being swayed. Pray for the women who have committed this atrocity and need to repent and return to Christ. Pray for the medical professionals who believe that this is all right, that they might be turned to the truth. Pray for the lawmakers, that they may stop these advances and choose life over death. Pray for the advancement of science that offers proof that people will believe that a child in the womb is at the moment of conception, has unique DNA, is distinct from the mother. Brothers and sisters, pray. Brothers and sisters, do not show violence. Violence is not how a Christian solves anything but defense. Remember that all sins are the same. The sin of abortion is the same as the sin of murder of an abortion doctor, or the destruction of property and terrorism, as described by the law. As I stated in my Should a Christian Vote for the Lesser of Two Evils video, by the way, we'll never change this evil by doing more evil. We'll be in between two individuals in love, changing hearts. That's how we'll do it. We start with our neighbors, then to our communities, and Christians everywhere can make an impact. The impact needed to do good in the world, to help keep the evils at bay. You know, the devil will not be defeated until the judgment, but we have to fight him every step of the way until the day is over. That's been your Christianity Minute for this week. I always work hard to make sure that all things said are scripturally accurate and the opinions are stated. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you have experienced or have had a close encounter with abortion, tell me your story below. Maybe your story could be the one that opens someone's eyes, changes someone's mind. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from Christianity Minute, well, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon if you want notifications. I post a new video every Sunday night at 6 o'clock p.m. and a devotional video every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 5 a.m. Please join us next time right here on Christianity Minute.